Raj was a young man with dreams as vast as the open sky. He was raised in a modest family in a small town, where his parents had instilled in him the values of hard work, dedication, and ambition. From a young age, Raj had aspired to be successful, to make his family proud, and to live a life that transcended the boundaries of his humble beginnings. He was an intelligent and determined individual who worked tirelessly to excel in his studies. With dreams of becoming a successful entrepreneur, he pursued a degree in business management, constantly striving to be the best in his class. His diligence paid off, and he graduated with honors, earning the admiration of his professors and peers. Raj's relentless pursuit of success wasn't limited to his academic pursuits. It extended to every aspect of his life. He believed that with enough effort and determination, he could conquer any challenge that came his way. Whether it was in his career, his relationships, or his personal growth, Raj gave his all, convinced that the harder he tried, the closer he would come to realizing his dreams. However, despite his unwavering efforts, Raj's life had taken a downturn in recent years. His once promising career seemed to be in a perpetual state of stagnation. Despite numerous promotions, he found himself feeling burned out and unfulfilled in his high-stress job. His relationships with family and friends had strained, and he often felt isolated, unable to connect with those he cared about. Raj's frustration grew with each setback he encountered. Despite his tireless efforts, his career seemed to be going nowhere. Each promotion brought more responsibilities and longer hours, leaving him little time for his personal life. His relationships suffered as he missed family gatherings and cancelled plans with friends. One fateful day, Raj received news that hit him like a sledgehammer. After a series of late nights and relentless striving, he was laid off from his job. The company he had dedicated his life to for years had let him go, citing budget cuts and restructuring. He felt betrayed and lost, as if his entire world had crumbled around him. The self-doubt and hopelessness that had been simmering beneath the surface now consumed him entirely. Raj couldn't understand how he had ended up in this position despite his ceaseless efforts. He questioned his abilities, his decisions, and the very meaning of his existence. In the midst of his darkest days, when Raj felt like he had hit rock bottom, a chance encounter would change the course of his life. One evening, as he aimlessly roamed the streets of his hometown, seeking solace in the stillness of the night, he stumbled upon a serene Buddhist temple. Drawn by an inexplicable force, he decided to enter. Inside the temple, a sense of peace enveloped him like a warm embrace. The dimly lit interior exuded tranquility, and the soft chanting of monks filled the air. Raj's eyes fell upon a gentle, elderly monk who seemed to radiate wisdom and serenity. This was Bhantidharma, a revered spiritual teacher who had dedicated his life to spreading the teachings of Buddhism. Their paths had crossed at the most opportune moment. Bhantidharma, with his calm demeanor and compassionate gaze, sensed Raj's inner turmoil. Without a word, he gestured for Raj to sit beside him, and their silent communion began. As the evening unfolded, Bhantidharma began to share the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings with Raj. He spoke of the concept of effortless effort and explained how striving too hard could lead to suffering. To illustrate this point, Bhantidharma shared a parable with Raj, the parable of the bamboo tree. He described how a bamboo tree, though seemingly unremarkable, possessed extraordinary qualities. It spent years growing its roots deep into the earth, patiently and steadily, before it shot up towards the sky. The bamboo's growth was slow and inconspicuous, but it was consistent and unrelenting. The message was clear. Just as the bamboo tree needed time to establish its roots before it could reach for the heavens, so too did Raj need to cultivate patience, perseverance, and mindfulness in his own life. Success, Bhantidharma explained, was not merely about reaching the destination, but about the journey and the inner growth that occurred along the way. As Raj left the temple that evening, his thoughts were filled with the imagery of the bamboo tree. He couldn't help but notice a bamboo grove in his neighborhood, that he had never paid much attention to before. Its quiet presence seemed to symbolize the hidden growth in his own life, waiting to be discovered. In the weeks that followed, Raj became a regular visitor to Bant Dhamma's temple. He immersed himself in the teachings of Buddhism, eager to learn how to find peace amidst life's chaos. Bant Dhamma patiently guided him through the core principles of the faith, emphasizing impermanence and detachment. Raj's journey of self-discovery was both profound and challenging. He realized that he had been clinging desperately to his desires, seeking validation and happiness through external achievements. Bant Dhamma's teachings helped him recognize that true contentment could only be found within. One of the most transformative lessons for Raj was learning the art of letting go. He began to release his obsession with success and control, understanding that life was unpredictable and ever-changing. Instead of resisting the natural flow of existence, he learned to embrace it, understanding that it was futile to swim against the current. As Raj started applying the Buddhist teachings in his daily life, a profound shift occurred within him. He began to find peace and contentment in the present moment, regardless of his external circumstances. Rather than relentlessly chasing promotions and material success, he focused on his true passions and the things that brought him joy. In his career, Raj made a radical change. He chose to step away from the corporate world that had once consumed him and volunteered for a non-profit organization dedicated to helping underprivileged children. The decision was met with skepticism from some of his friends and family, who couldn't understand why he was giving up a high-paying job for something seemingly less glamorous. But Raj knew that this was the path he needed to follow. He felt a deep sense of purpose in helping those in need, and the joy he derived from making a positive impact on young lives was immeasurable. He understood that success wasn't solely defined by wealth or prestige, but by the difference one could make in the lives of others. Raj continued to seek guidance from Bant Dhamma, who encouraged him to embrace the natural flow of life. Bant Dhamma emphasized that sometimes, the harder you try, the more resistance you create. Instead of constantly pushing against life's currents, Raj learned to surrender and trust in the universe's wisdom. Raj's newfound wisdom didn't stay confined to his own life. He began to share it with those around him. He introduced his friends and family to the teachings of Buddhism and the concept of effortless effort. Slowly but surely, his positive attitude and mindfulness started to have a ripple effect on his relationships. One of the most significant transformations was reconciling with a family member with whom Raj had a long-standing feud. Instead of holding on to grudges and resentment, Raj chose to forgive and let go. The healing process was profound, and it mended a rift that had plagued their family for years. With each passing day, Raj's life continued to transform in remarkable ways. He had discovered the power of inner peace and the wisdom of balancing effort with surrender. His career, too, took a new direction as he continued to dedicate himself to the non-profit organization. Over time, Raj's dedication and passion for his work garnered recognition. He received an offer to lead a nationwide initiative that would impact the lives of thousands of disadvantaged children. It was a role that he had never imagined, yet it felt like the natural culmination of his journey. As Raj stood at the precipice of this new opportunity, he reflected on the immense transformation he had undergone. He had learned that success wasn't measured solely by external achievements, but by the inner growth, peace, and fulfillment one experienced. He had come to understand that the harder you try, the more you push against the flow of life, the more resistance you create. True success, he realized, was about aligning oneself with the universe's rhythm and allowing life to unfold naturally. Raj's journey had taken him from the depths of frustration and despair to the heights of inner peace and fulfillment. His story was a testament to the profound wisdom of the Buddhist teachings and the transformative power of mindfulness, patience, and letting go. As readers, we are invited to reflect on our own lives and the relentless pursuit of success that often leaves us feeling drained and unfulfilled. Raj's story serves as a reminder that sometimes the very act of trying too hard can lead to our downfall. It encourages us to find the delicate balance between effort and surrender, to trust in the process of life, and to embrace the hidden growth that occurs beneath the surface. Change is possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Raj's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the boundless potential for transformation that lies within each of us. As we close the final chapter of his story, we are left with a sense of hope and inspiration, knowing that we too can find our own path to inner peace and fulfillment, no matter how challenging life may seem.